Okay, so the scene starts off and we see Superman introducing the 5 new members of the Justice League. We got Dr. Fate and Red Arrow, and the rest are nobodies. As the squad are watching the announcement on the news, Wally starts to shout out the league secrets that Shorty over here is not meant to know. Talking about some, I'm glad they let a 10-year-old on the team. Type of guy to get offered a Happy Meal in the interrogation room and start becoming buddy-buddy with 12, telling them everything that happened play by play. Robin then gets to the alert and the team immediately head out on a mission to find Cheshire, cause she has a case that is apparently important to the Injustice's plan. And I don't care what you have to say, Cheshire's top 5. Dr. Uma ain't even roll Dr. Furrow. He doesn't even be taking his own advice but expects me to. Anyways, the squad pulls up to the spot to see a crashed aeroplane, and Artemis is over here shook thinking her sister's been homelanded. When they get down to investigate and find shit, Cheshire pulls up with the case. The Riddler then pulls up, creates a barrier around him and starts speaking in riddles, talking about some, I am strawberry but not grass. I am a lame ass nigga, bro, no one wants to hear none of this. Type of guy to remind the teacher that the homework's due in that day. Bro, shut your lame ass up. He's even got the old KSI gap tooth. Now that's no hate to anyone with a gap tooth, I just don't fuck with this guy at all. Always speaking in riddles and shit. Trying to have a conversation with bro, he's over here speaking like XQC. Magad then links the whole squad and they instantly get to squabbling. Zatanna makes a sandstorm to make it harder for the enemies to fight. Speed Blitz weave hit him with a mace, had him reconsidering his whole job. Aqualad then tells Superboy to take out the pylons. He hides behind some rubble and goes to take his super powered perks, which give him the powers of Superman. And you know that Void Rage goes crazy. You saw what Bradley Martin did to Stable Ronaldo. Invincible did the same thing to Cecil, and that boy Immortal stood there and did absolutely nothing. Went back home, hopped in the shower and whispered to himself, let go of him, Mark. Anyways, Rocket gets hit with this stun device, causing her to drop down the aeroplane. Robin pulls up, kicking away the enemy, and you know that boy Aqualad had to come take over his Black Queen. He grabbed the device off her, throwing her away, but another enemy pulls up, hitting the ground, causing Aqualad to start sinking into quicksand. But again pulls up, saving Aqualad, throwing a rock at the enemy. We then see Superboy using his heat vision to take out the pylons. Fake Hulk pulls up, smacks Superboy across the battlefield, and bro did not take this lightly. The get back was absolutely necessary. He peeps Fake Hulk coming back for more. He jumps at him, hits him with a left hook, grabs him by the hair and starts flying to the sky. Had that boy Robin in absolute shock. Superboy flies up, throws Fake Hulk into the barrier. He drops and Superboy starts lasering him across the floor. Playing ice hockey with his body is insane. The snow clears and we see Superboy going crazy. Yo gang, it's alright, he's done.
Nah, that's not enough.
Just look at this man's face. I'm over here thinking,
what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Superboy starts to cause the mountains to break because of how hard and fast he's punching, causing Cheshire to have to go save Artemis from the rubble, then disappears, leaving the case. 2 smoke bombs then get thrown on the Diddler and Shorty over here. Robin catches her and then punches her so hard she bounces off the wall. You cannot tell me bro was not enhanced in some way. You saw what he did to the wall before, bro is not human. Zatanna then wraps up the Riddler and the team win the day, heading back to Mount Justice. Batman then congratulates the team for their hard work, even though they hacked league systems, disobeyed protocols and endangered their lives. Batman then goes to open the case to check what's inside, and he says it's biotechnology integrated with some form of nanocircuitry. Reading this had me feeling like one of them smart guys in science class. Had me thinking of ways to solve space travel. 19 years to fight to the sun? Now I'm gonna invent something that's gonna make it 9 minutes. Batman then says he's gonna take the case back to the Watchtower for further studies, and the rest of the league go back to the Watchtower for the induction party. We then fast forward to Batman at the Watchtower as he's analyzing the chips. Red Hood then comes in, starts making small talk with Batman and slaps a chip on his neck. And I know you guys are thinking what the hell's going on, but let's just let it play out. They walk into the main floor of the Watchtower to see the whole league hitting a 7 AM death stare before school. Batman then walks over to the control panel, overrides it, and we see Vandal Savage pull up out the beam tube. The whole league then kneel down because they've been taken over, and Red Arrow's over here mad confused, but he finally realizes that he's been the mole the whole time without even knowing. Type of guy to go over 20 in a game and start saying he's not selling, talking about some,
nah, I'm not selling, you guys are just trash.
Man, if I don't... We then fast forward to Red Arrow escaping from the Watchtower in Washington DC, and the only reason he was able to escape is because Vandal Savage was over here hitting the Thanos pose. I can finally rest and watch the sun rise on the brink of the universe. As he's running, he hides behind a pillar, tries to look back but gets sliced in the face by Green Arrow. He continues running, turns back to shoot at Arrow, but the floor below him gets exploded by Green Arrow yet again. The Flash then pulls up out the smoke and hits him with a right hook, and this chase really should have been over in 5 seconds. They have the damn Flash on their team. The writers really made him sorry in almost every universe. Aqualad then pulls up, Red Arrow tries to hit him with his bow, but it breaks on impact, and Aqualad hits him with the uppercut of Doom, sending him flying back. A train then pulls up, goes past them, and Red Arrow manages to disappear and escape into a tunnel below. The Young Justice then pull back up to Mount Justice after a mission, and this is where Batman reveals to them that Roy was a traitor the whole time. Now if you guys don't already know, this is all a facade. Basically everything they say in this scene are true, but Batman and Red Tornado are still under Savage's control. Batman then says that the Speedy we known for 3 years has been a Cadmus clone, and the real Speedy was abducted and replaced after becoming Green Arrow's sidekick. He then says says that the clone Speedy was pre-programmed with a drive to join the Justice League, which is why he was so mad when he didn't get to join the team, and why he decided to go off on his own, and his programming led him to become league bound. And when he was finally admitted in, his second programming kicked in, which led him to betray the league to Vandal Savage. And Batman starts talking about how you already figured this out. Bro, why are you lying? You're not that guy, pal. Batman then says that Red Arrow is now a member of the Justice League, so they should leave him to them. And then dips, telling Red Tornado to look after the kids. But Aqualad's over here talking about some, I'm gonna do my own thing. Red Tornado then pulls up behind Aqualad trying to put a chip in his neck, but suddenly shuts down out of nowhere. They find the chip in his hand, and Zatanna says that she was getting a buzz of both Red Tornado and Batman. And Robin realizes that Batman called them kids, which he never does. Aqualad then realizes something is wrong, so he tells Robin, Kid Flash, Zatanna and Rocket to stay and try and get Red Arrow back online, and the rest should come with him to find Red Arrow. God then tries to transfer over Red Tornado's consciousness to a new body. Black Canary pulls up and Red Tornado wakes up, telling them to get out the cave. She screams and destroys half of Red Tornado's new body. Gang, he just got it, that's all he's got. But ain't nobody worried about no Black Canary. Robin charges at her, he gets flipped over, but manages to slap her and a poisonous smoke bomb on her. It explodes and Rocket puts a barrier around her, causing her to inhale it and get knocked out. And even Red Tornado agrees with me, seeing that Black Canary is the least of their problems. He knows Shorty's trash. We then see Aqualad and the other squad pull up to one of Roy's equipment cache spots. Aqualad tries to open the door, it doesn't work, so he decides to kick it down. Gang, you have to pay for that. Aqualad then walks in the room to see Roy pointing an arrow at him, and Roy tells him to tell him something he's never told anyone. He broke his heart. And Aqualad says that the love of his life, Tula, decided to get with his best friend instead of him. And that's just an L best friend. Snaked out his boy for the huzz. Don't even lie, I guarantee half of you guys watching this would do the same thing. And after hearing this, Red Arrow realizes that he's not been taken over and dips out with them. Roy then explains that he was a sleeper agent, pre-programmed to infiltrate the league, and Sportsmaster was his handler. With the phrase Broken Arrow, he could shut him down into a hypnotic state and ask any questions and get any answers he needed, and reprogram him for different tasks if he needed to. We then cut back to Red Tornado, as he says that the process takes 0.16 nanoseconds to integrate with the host, which gave him enough time to create a sub-program which would disconnect his power cells if he tried to infect anyone else, which is why he shut down earlier when trying to infect Aqualad. The two squads then link up to compare notes, and we see Black Canary waking up. We then cut to Black Canary, Red Tornado and Red Arrow pulling back up to the watchtower, and I'm guessing they were able to reverse engineer an antidote for Starotech. They tried to pretend as if they're infected, but Savage is over here talking about some that don't work, cause the chip allows him to know exactly who's under control and who's not. Green Lantern then ties them up, and Savage puts another chip on each of their necks. We then see the squad infiltrating the watchtower, and they start giving each of the league members the antidote one by one. Vandal Savage peeps that he's losing control of each member of the league, and then realizes that Black Canary, Red Tornado and Red Arrow are not under control yet, cause they've already taken the antidote. Black Canary then screams, taking out Green Lantern, and Red Arrow runs over to give him the antidote. Black Canary then tries to scream at Calarion, he slaps on some headphones and then creates a boom tube, and we see Superman and the rest of the league come out of it. And I know this is a scary sight, seeing Superman coming at you on time, and it's crazy. It's like LeBron tracking you down for a chase down block on a fast break. There's nothing you can do, you just gotta sit there and take it. Black Canary tries to scream again, gets phased through by Martian Man, and gets hit with a mace in the face by Hawk Girl. Red Arrow then shoots a flaming arrow at Martian Man. He tries to phase through it, but the flames get to him, causing him to fall on his knees. Batman then pulls up on Red Arrow, hits him with a two-piece and knees him in his face, knocking him out. Green Lantern then captures Red Tornado, and Superman and Wonder Woman pull up, grabbing both of his arms and legs and pulling them straight off, turning bro into a nugget. Now I know he's a robot, but it still looks dark regardless, there's no need for that. We then cut to Artemis as he's shooting an arrow at the Flash. He catches both of them, smacks Barry out the way, so Artemis decides to aim for the floor, blowing her up, sending the Flash flying back. Green Arrow then shoots an arrow at Artemis. She weaves it, but it explodes behind her. And in case you're wondering, the only reason they have a chance right now is because they're being controlled, and the person controlling them has to control them all at once, making it hard to use all their full potentials. Aqualad then pulls up, tells Artemis to hold on, and opens the hatch. Aquaman, Green Arrow and the Flash then start to fly back, and Aqualad then closes the hatch, causing them to crash into it, knocking them out, so they can put the antidote chips on them. We then cut to Robin as he's fighting Hawk Girl. Wolf pulls up behind her, pins her down, allowing Robin to put the antidote on her. Wonder Woman pulls up behind him, tries to hit him with the lasso of truth, but Rocket protects him, then puts a barrier around Wonder Woman. Batman then pulls up flying down. Robin peeps this, jumps over Rocket and tries to hit Bo with the flight. Batman blocks this, throws Robin away and tries to hit Rocket with a right overhand, but she just about manages to weave this, flying away. And now it's a head up between Robin and Batman. This is like Brody trying to 1v1 LeBron. He told you everything you know, nothing's gonna work. Robin throws 3 smoke bombs at Batman, then runs in trying to kick him, but Batman disappears, pops back out and punches Robin back. We then cut to Superman versus Superboy. Superman hits him with a two-piece, knocking him down, and then just starts to stand above him, looking at him in disgust. Gang, he didn't ask to be your clone. Sphere then crashes into Martian Manhunter, pushing him away. Wolf jumps on Superman trying to buy him, but he just throws him away, and then Sphere crashes down on Superman, but he just lifts Sphere up and throws him up to the ceiling. Had that boy stuck like Luffy in Water 7. Megan then tries to sneak up on her uncle. He catches her, so she reverts back to her original form and puts him under an infinite Tsukiyomi. Superman then pulls up, hitting Megan with the meanest left. He couldn't care any less. He said the hands are ready to eat for everyone. Superboy gets mad, rushes crashes in but gets sent flying through 2 floors. We then pan back over to Robin versus Batman. Weave but gets kicked back. He then pulls out the batons from his inventory and they get straight to boxing. Block, put that knee down, goes for the spinning backhand, gets blocked and then goes for the spinning kick, but he gets blocked and gets flung back. Batman then disappears, reappears behind him and hits him with the meanest uppercut, knocking him down a level to Superboy. And just look at how mean this uppercut is. It's the type of uppercut Draymond Green wanted to hit on Jimmy Butler when he first came, but he's been heaping recently, so he can't even be doing that right now. Superman and Batman then fly down and Superboy and Robin decide to use their combo ability. Superboy swings Robin around and throws him over to Batman. He kicks Batman in the stomach, knocking him back into the wall. Batman gets knocked out because of this, allowing Robin to give him the antidote. Superboy then jumps up, grabbing Superman. They fall back down to the ground and Robin shows him a picture of Polish food, bringing them to their knees, allowing Robin to give Superman the antidote. Vandal Savage then peeps he's lost control of all the Justice League and decide it's time to dip. And I ain't gonna lie, they dip in the most gangster way. They don't even walk through the portal walks through them. The whole squad then pulls up to the main bit of the watchtower and they win the day just on New Year's. And for some reason the squad decide it's now a good time to have their New Year's kiss. Artemis and Kid Flash, McGann and Superboy, Zatanna and Robin, and Rocket gives Aqualad a kiss on the cheek, which gets me even more mad about them making Aqualad zesty in the next couple seasons. Could have given him a black queen, they just don't want to see black love. Anyways, this now basically caps off season 1 and this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. All glory to God, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.